Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the One Play Esports Freefire Open for India. My name is Vivek. With me is Akash और underscore salt xy. प्यार से salty बोलते क्योंकि नमकीन चीज़ें के बिना कुछ मज़े ही नहीं है लाइफ में. Anyone who's enjoyed Diwali in the north swears by Haldiram. I do as well. How are you doing, Salty?
I'm doing absolutely fine. Just like you enjoyed in North, I did my share of fun in the East as well from the hearts of Kolkata. Right now, I guess nothing is better than enjoying some games of Free Fire, chatting with you, and sipping some coffee.
Okay. मैं बस ऐसे कुछ एक अजीब सी एक ऑर्गेनिक चाय पी रहा हूँ विद tulsi, turmeric and something else, turmeric जो भी बोलते हैं. But yeah,
Oh,
for those
wow.
viewers tuning in, Diwali might have come to a close, but the festival of Free Fire still continues. 310 diamonds being given away to 5 of you tuning in. अंग्रेजी पिक्चर में एक कवि थे, जेम्स बॉन्ड नाम के. उनका एक फेवरेट मुहावरा था कि डायमंड्स आर फॉर एवर, एंड यू गाइस ट्यूनिंग इन, यू ऑल आर गोना गेट सम डायमंड्स. Akash and I, well, we're going to get some quality Free Fire, and that's what I'm really excited for, Akash.
Definitely. I mean, it's not just about quality. Like, I really encourage One Play Esports to put up this initiative because what I really feel is that in the esports community nowadays, there is really a very big dearth of open tournaments. Like, we have built into
Mm-hmm.
an ecosystem where there are certain number of players and they are only competing against each other. But these open tournaments, they give the opportunity to the underdogs, they give the opportunity to a lot of young guns and where they can, come in and display their skills and then once again set themselves a path where they can compete against the best, be it in the India series or in the World Championships, whatever be it. So I guess I really
Yeah.
appreciate One Play Esports for putting up this Free Fire Open India tournament, and every week we are coming in with prize pools of 20k, which is interestingly a very big number.
Yeah, 20K. That's going to be split between the top three teams. Just to run you through the format, we've got two groups. Each group has about 12 teams in each group. We've got some very familiar names that all of us know and all of us love. I'm really happy to see UG Empire take part. I want to see if Golden, Poopy, and the others have stuck together and what their progression has been from the Free Fire India Championship. I want to see what they bring today. Checkmate was there on the previous weekend as well. They did sign up. Unfortunately, they didn't move on to the next phase. Crust Esports, on the other hand, did manage to, slog their way from the Invitational and move on all the way to being an invited team. So the format is Group A, Group B, 12 teams each, 4 maps, and then they move on into day two. And day two is where they've already got 6 invited teams waiting for them. So 3 from each group move on to day two. So this should be a fun tournament. I'm quite curious to see how the meta pans out. जो एक मेटा जो थी फ्री फायर इंडिया चैंपियनशिप में, it was really prioritizing the sniper rifles, it was prioritizing the grenade launchers. I don't know what we're going to see in this tournament. I'm open to see what the tournament brings us in terms of the meta, and more importantly which teams qualify and which teams maybe have to try once again. But that's the beauty of this tournament, Akash.
Definitely, it is the beauty of the tournament, I guess. But right now, we will actually have a look at the teams from Group A. And as you can see, we have Amaterasu LVL, we have Checkmate, we have Die Another Day, we have Fantastic Four, Final Strike, and Pushers Esports. Do you want to run us through the next, I guess?
Yeah, I think in this group, the notable teams are definitely UG Empire, and TSG also looks promising. Root Changers is a team I'm familiar with. We'll also look at the next group, which should be Group B soon enough. Um, I'm curious to see what Checkmate and Diana that they do. This is Group B. The one team that stands out for me is Mutants, because I remember what Shahid, Kurikrat, and the others were doing. Old School is also a very promising team, but there've been a lot of shuffles in the Free Fire scene. So I'm just curious to see who's stuck together and who's moved on. With these brands, because it's the players that really make this game a very interesting and fun game to watch. Pahadi, Jonty, those were some of my favorite players from the earlier Free Fire tournament that I did manage to catch. And I want to see who really steps up and who goes from being a team that has to sign up in the open and who manages to qualify into day two and plays the 6 teams that are already waiting for them. And obviously, that 20,000 prize pool. Which of these teams can really step up and lay claim to first, second, or third place is going to be what we here for. We've got the maps also coming up, so we can just take you through the map pool for the day. Map 1 is Bermuda. Map 2 is Kalahari. That's for Group A. Then Group B, again, it's going to be Bermuda and Kalahari. A lot of controversy around Kalahari, it being removed from rank mode and whatnot. But it should be a fun map to watch nonetheless. I really like Bermuda. This has got to be, for me, the essence of this game.
Definitely, and Vivek, if you talk about me, I guess Kalahari bringing that desert feel. I guess if you talk about battle royales, battle royales should have at least one map where you get to see those desert plains, the sandy dunes, where you can use your sniper rifle and take the head off your enemy. So that is something which I'll be looking forward to as well. With two Kalahari maps being played today, I hope that there are going to be some good action coming in from these maps. But one thing I would really love to point about is that, like, me and you, we are completely into different dimensions. You are very much acquainted with a lot of the players who are playing out here, but me currently, I don't really have an idea. So definitely it will be their performance who is going to stand out, and I'll be commenting on their recent ones and not how these players have been performing on a series of tournaments completely. So we are going to form like entirely two different sets of opinions, and it will be interesting to find out which player or which team really make us coincide with our feelings. Like, some teams might be coming in from a very good run of form and then might just unfortunately suck today, but some teams may probably just carry out that momentum. So it'll be really fun to watch out which teams are the ones who actually carry on the heat, and which teams do deserve an appreciation from none only the Vivek.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's not about my appreciation. It's about how you play the game, really. And I don't think games are
Definitely.
meant, I don't think you're supposed to agree in games. I think that's the beauty about any game. It's okay if the casters or even the viewers disagree. If you're in chat, you can disagree with us how much ever you like. But as long as you enjoy what the teams are bringing to the table, we should be having fun. You mentioned Refinery, and Refinery is a rather interesting map. Definitely sniping is one thing that we will look at. It also boils down to who takes control of Refinery or Kalahari, and who can really control all the zip lines in the center of the map. I want to see how these teams play the circle, because I think there's no one rule on how circles need to be played. But yeah, I'm really curious to see whether these teams are playing for kills or whether they're playing for placement. And that is going to be what really defines the meta of this tournament. Our first map is going to be Bermuda. It should be a rather fun, straightforward map. Bermuda is going to be fast paced. We're going to see Group A in action. UG Empire and some of our other favorite teams sitting in that group. So I really can't. I've seen these players in the past. I want to see if these players are still around and what they bring to the table now.
Definitely, I am up for it as well. And here we can see the beautiful aerial shot once again. Bermuda brings us on the table. Once again, the flight path, it kind of is mostly vertical. As you can see, it starts from Bullseye and move towards Mars Electric. Any, what do you say, definite drop locations for you, Vivek?
Uh, Look, some teams like to be very conservative and drop off at Sentosa, which is very, very far away and where you play a much slower game. But nobody is really going to Sentosa. Nobody is even going to Vimashakti's trip, which is rather interesting. And they've even given up green. So two teams are contesting Clock Tower, which is kind of normal. And this should be our very first duel in Bermuda. Actually, we've already seen a couple of kills on our scoreboard. There's fantastic score. They get a couple of knocks here and there, and it's actually NHK Arman who secures first blood for himself. Fantastic 4. They've already got 2 kills. They're leading the scoreboard before some people even manage to complete landing. Akash.
Wow. I mean, what just happened? Royal Beast, I guess it is unfortunate, but that's what happens in battle royales. I guess the most unfortunate thing being like, you're dying without even getting a weapon in your hand. You're dying unarmed, and that is something which is really, really, bad. But right now, you can see this is team number 9, Royal Beast. They have lost. He has lost 3 of his teammates. This is Arpat Singh. I don't really know how long we can last with the ban, but I guess team number 5, they'll just try and chase him down. He takes 1 knock. Beautiful. I really feel that he should be getting this 1 kill for himself. And yes, he does get that 1 kill, but he needs to survive, get away from this place, get away. Ultimately, I guess he was supposed to. He was supposed to die, was it?
Yeah, Royal Beast. I mean, they've been eliminated. Alpha tried his best. He at least got something on Bermuda for his team, but I'm not quite sure if it's enough. They do not want to exit that quickly. Royal Beast are out in last place, and now we have 10 teams on the server. There are casualties everywhere on the server. YKZ, they're missing 2 teammates. Pushers, they have 1 teammate with them. UG Empire, I remember these guys. Let's see how well they can do this time around. Checkmate, looking good. They look good on the previous days of the tournament as well. They got 2 kills on day 1. I mean, they were looking good on day 1. Unfortunately, Crossed Esports did get the better of them. But right now, well, they're in this close quarter combat with Yakuza Seniors. And Yakuza Seniors, they've already lost 2 members. Srijan and Shaitan just running for their dear life. Shaitan not leading. Srijan, I don't know how much he can do. He's got that effective HP up and going, but the Tommy gun will not do him any favors. Checkmate have managed to eliminate a spot. They're looking strong here as Yakuza Seniors. Well, bye-bye.
I mean, this is a frag fest happening right in front of us. And once again, I mean, like, this is a battle royale, supposed to be a bit passive in the early stages, but these guys, they're just going in, boom, bam, at the moment, right at the start. Not really sure if this strategy is going to work out for, but what do you think? Checkmate going for some early kills here on. What do you think? Is it the right strategy? I would once again love to see where the circle is going to form and where it is going to strip down to its final edition. But at the moment, you can see, right, most of the teams are pretty far away, and that is what you want. You want these teams to kind of gear up and then come close together. We got to see some very early close quarter combats, and that resulted in 2 teams completely getting extinguished in the very early stages of the game. Unfortunate for Royal Beast and Yakuza Seniors, but we still have 9 teams alive. 35 players are in fact on their feet, so there's a lot of games still remain.
Yeah, I mean, Pusher Esports, they did try, Pusher Sports or whatever you want to call them. They did try and contest Clock Tower, but they got 1 kill. They lost a teammate, if I'm not mistaken, and they fell back. They're in no mode to, suffer any heavy losses. They know that Checkmate is in form, so they're not going to contest Checkmate. Checkmate getting off to a good start here on Bermuda. They obviously need to keep this momentum going throughout the day. Now we're looking at team number 8 and team number 4 at the edge of the circle. Team number 8 is the team that has to start moving in, and I'm not quite sure if they're going to be allowed to pass that easily though. Everybody wants loot, and you can see the circle. It's a slightly southern circle. This is why so many teams prefer landing in Clock Tower, because you have access to better parts of the map. You have good loot as well, and Checkmate, they've fought for that part of map control. They've succeeded so far, but Pusher Esports are flirting with the idea of just contesting Checkmate, but it's not going to be that easy for RV, KRM, and the others.
Definitely, it's not going to be easy. And once again, we saw the circle. It was mostly on the southern part, and I'm really interesting. It's really interesting to find out that team number 2 once again they're trying to rotate. I guess it's better for them to just hold the position they're in. They're pretty much inside the circle, but this is what I feel like. The early frag fest start that you get, I guess you try and lose your composure. You try and want to get into more kills, but the points division in this particular tournament is very rewarding. What I feel like, if you have to come at the very top 3, you don't really need to go so aggressive. You can get yourself a top probably a top 5 finish and get yourself like 3 or 4 kills, and you'll be good to go. And that is probably a lot of teams will be playing for. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think any battle royale is a balance of kills as well as just survival. Checkmate have managed to find kills. They just need to survive and stick together. So as long as they stick together, they should be fine. UG Empire, I'm looking at what seems to be a new roster coming up from them. they're a very well-known brand in the Free Fire community. They're running a completely new roster, or maybe people have just switched up their in-game names. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it remains to be seen what UG Empire can bring to the table today. There's a UAV up in the air. Nobody really getting spotted out at Mars Electric. There's only one team in that part of the map, and they're going to be okay for now. Team number 8, that is Final something, are just chilling over there. They're looting peacefully. Final strike. There you go. So they're looting peacefully.
Definitely,
They're just getting loot. Everybody's playing for survival. That's what it looks like, Akash.
Exactly. I mean, they should be playing for survivals because the 2 point per kill, I guess this is really rewarding for all play styles. You can play passive and you can get yourself how many? 3 or 5 kills, you easily get yourself 10 points. You get yourself good placement positions, and you're good to go for the top 3. But if you're an attacking team, you can get some more kills, like 8 or 9 kills. Probably you already get yourself towards a 20-point mark, even without placement points. So I really feel that this is very much rewarding for all sorts of play styles. It's just what these players can adapt to, considering their opposition, considering the map they're playing at. Once again, team number 1 very close, strikingly close, and as you can see, the shots are being taken. Team number 1 definitely struggling at this moment. Who do you think will come out on top? Team number 11, that is team RC, they definitely have the high reach advantage, so they might just come out on top. What do you think?
Yeah, team number 11, RC, or route changers as they like to call themselves. Again, they're running a dual roster, if I'm not mistaken. And they're up versus Amaterasu. LVL, as they registered themselves. It doesn't matter. The Black Flames, how much can they do? For now, Bhau, he's just seeking for information. Unfortunately, Soham gets knocked. RNS from range will manage to knock him out. These some players in the Free Fire community, Akash, who are just phenomenal with any bow rifle that you give them. Now, RC have managed to convert that knock into a kill, so that's Soham finished. And now Amaterasu have got to be concerned because there are other teams that are starting to close in as well. UG Empire is in the vicinity. They've heard these gunshots. For now, everybody's got to respect the danger zone. And RNS is just hoping.
Wow. I guess some shots are still coming in. Bhau might just be in trouble. He takes one man down, gets a kill on Nightmare, I believe. And I guess he's still surviving. He's still surviving. He does have one kill for himself, but he is up against Swaggy at the moment. Will he get him off with this grenade? That remains to be seen. But at the moment, I guess there are 2 players who are rushing in. The grenade did do some damage. And at the moment, I guess it's all about canceling off. They chase him down. Easy knocks. That was a rushed revival. What do you think?
Yeah, good stuff coming out from Bhau, using the frag grenade and then immediately pushing in and playing with their food. If it's Bhau who's going to get the credit for the kills, there you go. All the damage being done by Bhau. He's been doing most of the heavy lifting for his squad. Amaterasu gets 3 kills, and they still have 3 members alive. They lost Soham. Earlier, but they're going to be okay. Route changers will get shut down, so that's going to be really rough for them. Route changers will go very early on in Bermuda, and now teams are starting to get more and more conservative. They're taking their time. They're looking for opportunities. Checkmate. They've spotted out one team, and it's team number 4 that they want to deal with. Now, silently loud, I've already lost Moin. Moin is bleeding on the floor. Razak, John Cena, and the others, how much can they do? Moin has been dressed up, Moin back on his feet, but there are other teams approaching. There's team number 8 that's closing in, and Pochinok is going to be full of blood, Akash.
It is going to be. It's going to be a manslaughter here at the moment, but I seriously want to see these guys just go all in, just barge in. We got to see that team RC, they kind of rushed their attack. 2 players rushing in on Bhau, and they really had a very bad fate because that grenade, it really changed the perspective of that entire fight. It was a 1v2 if I'm not really wrong, but then that particular grenade inflicted a lot of damage, and the rush coming in, the revive was also coming in a very wrong time, and that was the end. Bhau really did a lot of the heavy lifting, as you said. Once again, I I guess team number 7, they are in a very good position. 4 kills already, 4 players still up on their feet. Sujal once again gets John Cena 7 with a sniper rifle, so the kill feed is still going on in frenzy at the moment. Aman still taking in those shots. But what do you think? I guess it's just a matter of practice. You cannot really predict anything.
Yeah, I really don't know how the game is going to close. They're just duking it out. Aman has no fear at all. Out in the open, he's firing away, but he's losing teammates bit by bit. Fantastic 4. They've got 6 total kills. Amazing was knocked, but he's been rezzed up. Great stuff coming out from Fantastic 4. They managed to eliminate one team at least, and they're finding kills. So bit by bit, a battle royale, I believe, is a lot about survival of the fittest. And Fantastic 4, they've done their bit in getting themselves a couple of kills, but there's still 2 other teams that they need to contest with. Checkmate is in the area, and Checkmate is being so patient. You know, eventually the zone is going to have to shift, and everybody's got to be so careful about those rotations. Checkmate, they found 4 kills, but they can start to feel the nerves because they're looking at the scoreboard as much as we are, and they know that teams are starting to shoot past them as far as kills are concerned. The circle is shrinking. And you know, when I just look at the circle, I'm concerned for so many teams because you got that one team that has peak. They're just hoping that, you know, the circle falls on peak. But TSG, Checkmate, and all those teams right towards the southern half of the circle are in the middle of nowhere. TSG has a drone right about them, but it's going to boil down to that. Really, I think in the circle, there you go.
Oh.
So there's the shift of the circle. TSG have to get in. TSG are going to get a little bit of cover to work with, but there's so many teams that have just been, you know, the circle's not been too kind to them. And they just look at that. Team number 4, team number 2, team number 8. There's going to be some awkward fight between the 3 of them at the very least. Checkmate is starting to move in though.
Exactly, I feel the contest for that very tiny bit of pocket of space in the southern part of the circle, it's going to be huge, and 3 teams are going to be going for it. Team number 4, team number 8, and if I'm not wrong, it is going to be team number 2 as well. Checkmate, they have all their players alive, I believe, unlike the other. I guess team number 8 also has 4 men alive, so this fight is going to be even, but once again, the circle is going to be so harsh on these particular teams because I mean, you have to battle the circle, you have to battle your enemies. It is a really unfortunate situation, but at the moment, Prince does get out one guy. And as you can see, I guess team number 6 do have a lot of breathing room to play. They don't really have a lot of teams around them. They can play on the edge of the circle and take down teams on their own free will. They have the high reach cover as well. They have everything in their arsenal at the moment.
Yeah, you got to feel for Fantastic 4. I mean, they got a lot of kills, but now they're down to just 2 members. So now they have to play for survival. Checkmate got off to a good start, but they've kept numbers. And UG Empire are starting to catch up. UG Empire disguised as trees, just running around in Bermuda, getting kills here and there. So they've managed to tie things up in terms of kills. This is why this team is respected. This is why this team is one of the better known teams amongst the various fans of the Freefire India community. Also, for the fans tuning in, 310 diamonds for the 5 lucky viewers who tune in. I really have no idea who that's going to be, but for now, Checkmate, they're alive, they're healthy. If you're a supporter of Checkmate, you should be happy. If you're a supporter of Final Strike, you've got to be a little bit concerned because he is outside the zone and he's trying to make a rotation. Bullets being fired away at him. He's managed to find himself one corner in a room. He's found himself his team. He's alive and healthy, but will TSG let him pass is the real question. In fact, TSG are going to start to push in. Jarvis is already there, close by. Glue wall's being deployed. One window is still open. If they have frag grenades, they'd love to toss them in right about now, but Jarvis is dry. He's got friends though. Frag grenades being tossed back. Checkmate will manage to find a little bit of bad luck on the servers. They've been eliminated. TSG are missing Jarvis. Their push not really working out for them. TSG has 3 members on the server, but only 1 kill so far. Final Strike, 1 kill for them, but Kitto's bleeding out. It's just on these last 2 players what they can do. EWM in Aku's hand. He's scoped in. He's looking for some sort of luck. He's firing away, but he's not getting too much done. Aku with the sniper rifle, not the AWM, excuse me, has not found too much success. TSG, however, they have 3 members alive, 4 kills to their name. It's starting to look good for them. But once again, the fan favorite, UG Empire.
This is really boiled down. It's going to boil down to the final circle. Vivek, as you can see, TS United they were at 0 kills, but right now they are in a very healthy position. One player once again gets taken down, and here you can see this is going to be team number 5. That's going to be pushers. They have the high reach advantage. Team number 4 silently might just fall. One good grenade, and they might just get taken down. Yes, Aman falls down as well, and Wine probably not really. This is going to be RPKM, if I'm not really wrong. He falls, and here you can see both the teams taking the damage from the circle. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough for both of them. You actually enter the circle, but the question is, who is inside the circle? I'm not really sure. Who do you know?
I don't know. The circle is so small. There's just one team huddled right in the center of the circle, but it's not even all of them. They're holding on for dear life. It's team number 6. It's UG Empire that have a little bit of safety in the circle, but it's Java Boy running about with that sniper in hand. One with nature, one with the tree, one with the leaves. Blood on the root, blood on the leaves indeed, as he's finding kill after kill for UG Empire. UG Empire looking really good. 6 kills so far. It's them versus TSG for the first place finish for that Booyah. Madara is leading. His here just being an absolute nut with that AWM is finding kills left and right. Suraj also chiming in. It's been a Piz here just carrying with that scope rifle with the AWM as UG Empire claim the Booyah. There is a reason why so many people love this team.
I don't know what they had for breakfast, but AP is here. He was like, connecting the heads after heads, and he was probably head hunting out there in Bermuda. But once again, you predicted it. UG Empire, one of the fan favorite teams, and definitely stepping up their game. 9 kills, a score of 38. What do you think? Have they secured a place towards day 2 already? I kind of feel that this is 1 foot on the finals already.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking good in Group A, and they've shown us that, they're strong with the snipers. And if they move into Refinery, which is a map which really kind of favors this kind of playstyle, they're going to look a lot better. We're just looking at the scoreboard, tick past you. Got a couple of teams not doing too well. Yakuza Seniors not looking all that good. UG Empire, though, they are looking quite strong so far. The standings are rather reflective of who's moving forward and who's not, Akash.
Definitely. Once again, the standings will be coming in pretty soon with the points table and all. But here you can see, I mean, TSG, they did their part, definitely not playing a very aggressive game. They were kind of a bit passive in the early stage, not really, losing members. And then in the final circle, I guess they were the ones who actually got final strike in that battle of the southern area of the circle, that little pocket where they kind of deployed glue walls here left and right and just got themselves that space to kind of finally just take down that particular team. So they really played their part. I feel that they got the second position with the 4 kills, which is a very good total for them. I guess 17 plus 8 gives them 25 points. If you are getting that particular, crossing the 20 mark, I guess you are good to go for any particular game. I guess if you are consistent with that kind of a performance, you will eventually qualify for the finals.
Yeah. It's been a good start so far. Now it's still Kalahari that remains, and Kalahari is a map where UG Empire, if they keep this kind of momentum going, they're going to look really good. I want to see what they bring to the table on Kalahari. I want to see if there's any other team that can really challenge them. They are fan favorites in a way. I'm curious to see who can really dethrone UG Empire. Those of you tuning in, you're watching the One Play Esports Freefire Open for India. 20,000 Indian rupees at stake and 310 diamonds for 5 lucky viewers tuning in. How do you get those diamonds? I don't know. At the rate One Play Esports on their socials, at the rate them on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, and Instagram, and ask them how they get those diamonds and how you get those diamonds. For now, we're going to take a small break and we'll be back with some more action.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Princing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crypts.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crypts.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crypts.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crypts.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not.
So hey guys, once again welcome back to Freefire Open India, presented to you by OnePlay Esports. This is me Salty. Once again you can follow me at @_SaltXY, and alongside me I have official Vivek. Vivek, what a game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. I think what you really want to look at in that game is how smartly Checkmate tried to play it. But I don't know if there's something. I know in chess that there's a stalemate, but they kind of did a very costly gambit. It didn't quite work out for them. They tried. I mean, their gambit was to take control of Clock Tower, but it wasn't good enough. UG Empire, they were much smarter. They had trees to work with. If you use the trees, if you're one with the trees, and if you can just run around in Bermuda with that sniper rifle, whatever sniper rifle you have, and hit shots like that, it doesn't matter which part of the map you control. It doesn't matter what you choose to do in the beginning. It matters what you do in the end. And in the end of today's stream, for those of you tuning in, 310 diamonds for 5 lucky viewers. How? I don't know. At the rate one play esports / one play esports, फेसबुक, यूट्यूब, इंस्टाग्राम, ट्विच, दोस्तों मैसेज करो, फॉलो करो, पूछ लो उन लोग से कि ये डायमंड्स कैसे मिले.
Diamonds, the audience will be getting diamonds, but for our players, they get points. And UG Empire do get a lot of that. 38 points in the first game itself. Like a whole lot of kills for them. Once again, as you can see, the standings, 38 points. They got 9 kills and the booyah as well. TSU United, as I said, did their part, 25 points. Pushers Esports, 23 as well. So I really feel that these three teams really played well, but a lot of the other teams played really well, who kind of is not really shown on the scorecard. I'm talking about Checkmate. I'm talking about someone like Fantastic Four. Talking about someone like Final Strike. They really struggled to get inside the final circle. But it was all about UG Empire. Like, they had all the space in the world they needed, and they just absolutely obliterated TS United in the final battle.
Yep. UG Empire just being so patient, and I think Battle Royals is about when you choose to participate. It's not about taking out your gun at the beginning and getting a couple of kills. It's about getting those kills, surviving till the end, and making sure that you survive until the tail end. So UG Empire were very smart with their rotations. You could see that they had 2 members who were just scouts outside the circle, and they had 2 members inside the circle. I think those 2 members that were going around just dressed up as trees, those 2 members really caused a lot of confusion for everyone. And if you're one with the terrain, it can be a little tricky for you to be caught out and dealt with. So UG Empire deservedly winning Bermuda. That has to be the coolest logo ever. If anybody in chat can tell me where that man gets his hairstyle from, I want that hairstyle.
Okay. All right. That's a very good request. But from the plains of Bermuda, we move on to the sand dunes of Kalahari. But once again, what I feel is that if you're going to hit those headshots with the sniper rifles like UG did, it does not really matter what terrain you're on. Once again, really well said. If you're one with the terrain, you can just take on anybody. So I don't really know. I don't really want to make predictions, but UG Empire, they really feel to be the a very strong candidates for the second map itself as well. Once again, according to their playstyle, they might capture Refinery. They might capture some other locations as well. They kind of might start from the edge of the circle. You never really know. But what I feel is that if they're going to carry sniper rifles like that, if AP is going to hit shots like those, like he did, I guess it's an absolute headhunt and easy booyah for them another time as well.
Yeah, I think if they can just even not contest Refinery at the beginning, if they land far away, and if they just hold numbers until the end, until the final circle, if they just stay alive, they should be okay with it. Now the onus is on other teams to fight for Refinery. TSG, they probably want Refinery. Checkmate wants Refinery. But the audience, we all want Kalahari, and that's what we're going to dive into. There's the plain path for you. It's splitting the map into teams choosing to go east, teams choosing to go west. Someone can take up Stone Ridge. That's definitely worth contesting. Anybody going for the Hamptons? No. It seems as if we have one team in Refinery, and like I said, TSG are the team that need to contest Refinery. Weirdly enough, they're the team that drops into Refinery.
Yes, definitely. But once again, I can see that on the northwest region, a lot of teams going towards Old Hampton. What's going to happen out there? As I expected, Battle Royale, I guess you start taking things slow. But these 2 teams, I guess these 3 teams rather, probably are going to go in a frag fest just right away. Here you go. They have the guns. They have got it, and I guess they're going to just isolate and take them down one by one. I guess it is about who spots each other first. I guess almost all of the players have weapons. I'm not really sure how many of them have how good weapons, but I guess they have the basic. They have their shotguns and pistols, right? And they
Yeah.
can probably obliterate it with that, with ease, I
Yeah.
believe, at the moment. Who is spotting them first?
Joke.
I guess it's gonna be God Joker. He probably goes in first, but then team number 11, pretty in a good position. So Jal does have some good weapons.
Yeah, Gojo could have used the VSS. The VSS a little bit more silent. He wouldn't have given away his position, but he says, screw it, I'm just going to secure the skill, secures the skill, and that's a good start for Pusher Esports. Not a great start for Silently Loud, as they've quietly lost someone, but they're going to try their best.
Rasaki's
And then the
man.
others. Aman,
Wow.
he's bleeding. Aman ke साथी तो कोई है नहीं server पे. Aman is dead. It's RVARM who's going to come in and secure the kill. Pusher Esports looking really confident. They're the ones pushing true to their name. But now Yakuza seniors were here. They were here, but where the hell have they gone?
I guess they're probably dig underneath underground. I'm not really sure where they are, but I mean they're showing no signs of their presence at the moment. Once again, this is team number 10, and they're probably going to be easy at foundation at the moment. Once again, I'll be waiting for the circle. As you can see, TSG United comfortably looting the surroundings of refinery. Teams at the south pretty comfortable as well. Team number 9 pretty comfortable. Team number 8 is a team who I'm really concerned about because they are going up against, I guess, Amaterasu LVL and pretty close together. So that definitely might just bring these two teams into a gunfight. I'm not really sure, but definitely I guess in a battle royale you shouldn't really participate in gunfights, which is completely unnecessary. And this is what I was talking about. Team number 8, team number 2, they're far away, right? But if they choose to participate, they are going to lose their manpower, and I'm not really sure how much is the trade-off for the kills going to be for your men. So you should try and preserve for the ending stage, I guess. Try and preserve for the final fight, but let's see what these teams choose to do.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Yakuza seniors actually, they said bye-bye to that fight at Old Hamptons. They had 3 members alive and healthy, and they've gone to loot. They've moved on to Foundation. They moved on with their lives. Now Pusher Esports are at, they pushed early. They got those 2 kills for themselves, and they're starting to push in. So Yakuza seniors have got to recognize that the circle and this game moves very, very fast. Bhau is going to light up the kill feed elsewhere, as it's Royal Beast who have suffered a knock, and Bhau has done so much work in the past. He's landing yet another knock on the wall. Ward is bleeding out. Jaspi has been revived. Tao 65 trying to run and find some cover, but Bhau just keeps pushing, pan in hand. This man, he's going to push for more. Amaterasu secure their first kill. Now they did secure 3 kills on the previous map, but 3 kills is just not enough, especially when teams like UG Empire are doing so well. They need to finish off these kills. Bhau just running around in the open. He wants to push in, but it's not going to be that simple. Wall bleeding, Jasby finished, and that's it. They're done. Amaterasu has been eliminated. I think their chances of moving on to day 2, well, they're done for.
This is like something else. How he has no fear of death. Like, what is this man? He's running out in the open with a pan in hand. Like, he knows he's going to secure the kill once he spots him down, and he does it. He does it with such fashion. With like 4 people live, 4 kills. Team Amaterasu very well set, but right now I guess they should try and analyze things at the moment. Get a cool head and start their rotations in a very good fashion. I guess 4 kills, that is a lot considering the points, the rules and stuff. But once again, Team Amaterasu, they kind of rushed into a fight. They rushed into a side in the last game, but then in this particular map, I guess they have to kind of take things a bit slow.
Yeah, Bhau is the whatever dialect you throw on it. He is the hard carry for his team, and he's done his bit. Now Amaterasu, they found 3 kills on Bermuda. They found 4 kills on Kalahari. They've eliminated Royal Beast, if I'm not mistaken. That's the team that did get eliminated from the server. So I don't think Royal Beast have a chance of moving on. Unfortunate for them that this is where their journey ends in Group A. It's not going to be a very impressive journey so far, but Amaterasu is showing that they are contenders. Now TSG, they got Refinery. They know that they're very close to just being up there with the best. And Checkmate and the others shoot past them? I'm not quite sure. Madara, he's just firing away from distance, making noise, but he's got to be careful. His friends are getting flanked. Team number 8 is trying to figure out how they need to cross this very tricky high ground, which is Refinery. TSG have got control of the high ground. Will they give it up is the question.
Once again, it's not about giving up as well if they're going to participate in a fight and just rush onto them as well, because it's not just team number 8, they have team number 5 quite close as well, and I guess Madara probably has an idea about that. He ends up in a very weird situation, completely dead and at the moment for this guy, but once again he is okay with it. This is going to be Bao. You don't want to be standing right in front of him. Bao digs up another one. Madara completely destroyed, if that is the right term here, and it is going to be Bao once again with his grenades. I believe he's going to secure his kill. He's like, screw other players. I'm just going to secure my kill, and he does that. Madara completely extinct from this game itself, and the credit goes to Bao, of course.
Yeah, in the lore of a fictional universe, Madara keeps coming back, but I don't know. I don't think he's going to be coming back this time around. So Madara is done for TSG. They're looking really, really rough. I mean, they went for Refinery early, and they've been pushed out of Refinery. It's Apna Bhao that's doing a lot of heavy lifting here, and TSG just hiding in these rocks, hoping that nothing. Oh, Jarvis did fall to his death. Oh, no, please. I can't watch that. Checkmate. Whoops. That's a little bit embarrassing. Jarvis did fall to his death earlier. TSG, they're suffering heavily as they're missing members bit by bit. Pusher Esports has also joined in on the action. Checkmate. They played so well on map number 1. They did get a couple of kills in Bermuda, but map number 2 has not been kind to them. I'm a bit concerned, and I'm a bit curious as to who's going to be joining UG Empire and TSG in first, second, and third place, because they were leading Bermuda, but Kalahari turned out to be an extremely different affair. Pusher Esports are trying to contest for top 3 as they're just pushing and pushing. RBKRM did find 2 kills already, but it is this terrain which is very, very unforgiving. It is the dunes that Akash mentioned that can really, really be unkind to you if you're not very familiar with it.
Exactly, and you're talking about TSG United being second in the first map. There you go. You can see they are just clinging to the hopes of qualifying to the finals today. Right now, you can see only one player survives. Poplu, just have a look at his position. My word, he is like, this is what fear does to you, right? Amaterasu has completely... What is probably a good adjective for this particular term? I don't know. This is fear completely injected to TSG United. They are struggling for their dear life, and there you go. This is team number 6, UG Empire, probably trying to hunt down TSG United's final player. Another team goes down, and that's gonna be Yakuza Seniors, is it? I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure either, but Bao Esports, he's been tossing nades like a madman. I mean, he did get a lot of kills earlier, and Bao, whatever you want to call him, is really, really doing his best to hold on to Refinery. But holding on to Refinery is not going to be that simple, because there are teams in that area and the zone has started to shift away. So Pusher Esports are going to be making that early rotation in. Team number 6, which is UG Empire, is going to be trailing past them. Now, UG Empire, they did well on map number 1. Now, they just got to make sure that they survive until the end. The circle, the zone has shifted away from Refinery, airdrops being summoned here and there. So everybody's given away their position, Akash, and that's going to be a real issue here.
Vivek, I'm concerned about Pusher Esports right now because they are right under the nose of Amaterasu level, and you can see it. You can see the stats: 10 kills for this particular team. They are 20. They're sitting at 20 points. Can you imagine that? And Bhao, once again, I really like the term that you called Amaterasu level. It's Bhao Esports, and it certainly is Bhao Esports. But he's still at the second position. I'm not really sure which other player. I guess it is Shoham from this particular team itself, who has 5 kills. So certainly 2 players doing such heavy lifting for this team. But once again, Pusher Esports, they are pretty close. They are strikingly close to this particular team. And the fight is brewing up. As you can see, Shoham is in a very, I would say, tricky position, and I'm not really sure if team number 5 will be giving away their position very early on, but they can easily pick off some kills because they have that high ground which can which they can easily use to their advantage. What do you think, like Pusher Esports? Do you think it's unfortunate for them to be stuck in the same ground as Amaterasu, because
I
no one in their right mind would actually do that?
I've got to commend RVKRM. So what he's been doing is he's had a grapple gun and he's been using it sneakily to just move higher and higher. But has he got the skill with the XMA to really find knocks at this kind of range? He's found 2 kills so far. He's duking it out with some of the best. Bao and Soham are leading the scoreboard, and Bao out in the open is trying his best to undo KRM. But RVKRM has got to be careful. There's one member of another team that's trying to push him as well. So it's not going to be that simple. Bhao is just playing distraction here, but how much can RVKRM do? He's trying his best. He's doing a fair amount of damage. He wants to convert those into knocks. He's getting information, but elsewhere, there's another duel that's breaking. The zone is going to start to shift soon enough, and everybody has to get in. Team number 4, that's silently are trying to move in as well. So it's going to be a very messy affair. Route changers, they've got 1 kill so far. That's about it, but Swaggy is bleeding out. Die Another Day has managed to chip in.
Definitely. And here you can see he definitely did go out. And this team is right now a 3-man squad at the moment. I guess it's not going to be 3, it's going to be 2, because this is going to be B, who has been just brought down to his knees at the moment. But this is going to be team number 1. I believe it's Die Another Day, and they're not dying anyway anytime soon. Right now they're killing, and I guess they are going to do it for some considerable amount of time. At the moment they have a very good position, but a lot of players are going to crouch in towards them. They know where Route Changer is. The grenades are coming in. Will it connect? I don't really think so, but at the moment I really feel that Diana, they probably have the best of positions just inside the blue circle. They have to take a very long rotation to the final circle. What do you think? Are they delaying that particular rotation, and is it going to be fruitful?
I think RVKRM was forced to jump off. He jumped off to his own death. An awkward tragedy, to be honest. A little comic. Route changers, there's no new route to take. Knight is bleeding. RNS is trying to run in and hold on to this tournament for dear life. He deploys a glue wall. He's got the Thompson to work with, but he's bleeding bit by bit. A band-aid can only stop those wounds so much. He's going to try his best to just heal up and keep moving forward. Switches over to the bolt action sniper rifle. How much can he do? Route changers trying their best. Die Another Day isn't having fun either. Everybody's just trying to delay the inevitable, delay the damage from being outside the zone, and it's not looking so good. One team shut down. Die Another Day still trying to very much fight as hard as they can. I think Route changers have been eliminated. Die Another Day are done for as well. There's the shutdowns coming in, and now we have 4 teams in our final zone. UJ Empire, they've also been shut down, if I'm not mistaken.
They have been shut down, but AP is here. I mean, this guy is connecting shots left and right. Once again, there's going to be a kill. I guess yes, it is going to be killed. Silently Loud. They probably get taken down as well. Amaterasu with those 15 kills. That is probably a name that really stands out on my scorecard. This is going to be another kill for APZ here. AP is here, and UG Empire yet again. They are comfortable. 3v1v1 situation. I guess I would really love to see an aerial view where the position, but nonetheless, I guess it does not really matter. They are going to take off players just like that.
Yeah. TSG are still in this, and Poplu is trying his hardest. I mean, TSG, they tried to hold on to Refinery. Wow. It's now one man, Poplu. Rhymes with a nickname friends gave me in school, which was Chomu, but Poplu is going to try his best. He's actually pushing all by himself. He's trying to secure what he can. Suraj is hiding past the glue wall. Java Boy has been knocked as well. Poplu, not being the Chomu I was, is actually stepping up. He's found a little bit of redemption for TSG. They're not going to claim the Booyah. It's UJ Empire who claim the Booyah, but TSG playing for placement. Have they done enough?
I feel they have done more than enough. Just have a look at that. They were one man standing and they got the second position, which gave them that very important 17 points. I feel like Poplu will probably be the hero for the team. And it's not just for the team. I guess he has secured a position in the finals. Yet again, UG Empire at the top, number one for them, that shiny golden number one spot. But second come TS United as usual. Checkmate. I mean, these two teams, they were surviving with one man, and they did survive till the end. Like, what do you have to talk about that?
I mean, kudos to TSG really, and there was a little bit of I mean, there were a lot of comic deaths on this map. I think RVKRM fell to his death. Jarvis fell to his death. I mean, knocked and then eventually died. So, guys, don't be a lemming. Don't just jump off and hurt yourself and injure yourself. But that's the kind of stuff Refinery does do to you. Kudos to TSG. They lost Madaram. Madaram. I mean, I thought he was. He was going to be the man that held everything together for TSG, but it was Poplu in the end who managed to survive, found 3 kills. I have to look at the final standings to tell you who's going ahead from Group A and who's not. That's what I'm really curious about.
Like what I felt was like my heart was in my hands, to be honest, because Poplu, he was just almost doing what was the impossible. He took down 2 players from UG Empire out of the 3 that were surviving. I guess it was only AP is here who was the final guy standing. 4 kills for that man yet again, and he confirmed that 1v1, and that was the reason why UG Empire is at the top currently. But Poplu, I mean, he really punched above his weight. He almost got the victory for his team, something that you don't really expect every time. But nonetheless, I guess TS United and UG Empire for sure put their feet on the finals of this particular tournament. On day 2, I guess we will be seeing both these two teams. But who is going to be the third? You have any predictions, Vivek? Yeah.
Predictions. Hmm. I really don't know. I think TSG
Yeah.
TSG should be there. UG Empire should be there. I think it's Checkmate or Amaterasu. I'm not quite sure who did enough. I have no guess who is that third team. Maybe you're better at maths than I am. So maybe you can tell me,
Uh,
Akash.
I'm not really going to go deep into the numbers, but Amaterasu had 15 kills. You know what 15 kills mean?
Yep.
30 damn
Yep.
points. No matter how much did they score in terms of the placement, I guess that is going to be a very big boost.
Yep.
The competition is going to be between Checkmate and Amaterasu, but very soon we'll get the scorecard, and it is going to be right towards your way.
Yeah, I'm also waiting for the scorecard, and then we're going to find out who is really managed to pull through from Group A and who's managed to you know not pull through from Group A. That is the interesting bit. Guys, those of you tuning in, you're watching the One Play Esports Free Fire Open. My name is Vivek. With me is Salty. If you've been enjoying the broadcast, follow Salty at _SaltXY. Follow One Play Esports everywhere. They're on Instagram, they're on Twitch, and Facebook. One Play Esports. और esports का spelling आप कैसे भी कर लो, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. It really hyphen मत डालना बस, क्योंकि ये spelling में hyphen नहीं है. Please, okay. We're going to be taking a small break. After the break, we will be jumping into Group B, and soon enough, by the end of the day, you'll know who's getting those 310 diamonds. I'm waiting for that as well. For now, we'll be back after the short break.
To do much, they're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in, they're surrounding him, and the zone is gonna finish off Ribbo. Carbon Esports, they're gonna find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well, and it's gonna be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is gonna end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're gonna be losing some of their members here, unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with
Oh
shrapnel.
my
That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? 2 walls are breakable. They're on permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that. Absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Princing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're on permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that. Absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Princing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're on permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that. Absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Princing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're on permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that. Absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Princing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're on permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that. Absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Princing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribble. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribo. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribo. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
So yeah, hey, once again, I'm back as Salty, and once again we have Vivek joining me. This is Freefire Open India, presented to you by One Play Esports. So Vivek, Group A matches all completed, done and dusted. We got to see Bermuda first, and then we move on to Kalahari. 2 matches completed. We are going to see the teams who are going to qualify to the finals very soon. Do you have your heart pounding?
I do. I do, because I know that this is just the beginning, right? Because this is just one booyah out of many, and it's going to boil down to that final booyah, till those final kills. We know, or we should know soon enough, who's managed to make it through from Group A. I think what you want to point out about uh, the the way teams have played in just in terms of the gun meta that's been going on. Sure, the SMGs are still preferred at close range. If you get the MP40, great. You can use it. People have been working with the P90 as well. But yeah, people are leaning more and more towards sniper usage. The M82B is the go-to sniper. Sure, if you get the AWM, great. I think the only difference you want to look at between both those weapons is that the AWM doesn't do armor penetration. The M82B does. It's got solid armor penetration, so it's good versus heavy vehicles if anybody is really deciding to run any vehicles around or whatever. So I'm curious to see how the next 2 maps play, how Group B decides to play. How he was phenomenal with those frag grenades. I think you have to give him MVP for utility usage, just for all those frag grenade kills that he set up and those knocks that he set up. So you have a frag grenade, you want to use it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just using. I guess he was finishing those kills, converting those kills with the grenades as well. He's like, screw everything else. I'm going to get my kill. Once again, I really have to commend him for his bravery, because he was just running in and finishing them off. Like, he was really, really confident with his gameplay. And meanwhile, I would really love to talk about another player from Amaterasu who was playing really well, and that's going to be Soham. Like, if Bhau is that gunslinger, I would like to call Soham the man with the brain, and he's picking off kills where it is necessary, and he was a silent killer, if that's what you would like to call him at Amaterasu. Definitely, I feel that this particular team has done well. They should be qualifying, but talking about qualifying, I guess the standings are coming your way right now.
There you go. I think you did call it. It's Amaterasu, UG Empire, TSG United, TSG just doing enough. Poplu really making sure that, they live to fight another day, just surviving until the end. So these three teams, they're going to be moving on to day two, which is tomorrow. And now we're going to look at Group B, and we're going to find out which three teams from Group B make it forward. I feel bad for Checkmate because this
Yeah,
is their second
yeah,
attempt at coming in through opens. This is the second time they've signed up, so hopefully they find
yeah.
more success. I don't know, on another day of this tournament if they do decide to sign up. Route Changers is a name that I'm very familiar with. So is Die Another Day. They have been impressive teams in the past, but I mean today is just not their day. Route Changers, the circle did kind of screw them over, which is what we did
Yeah,
see in Kalahari and Diana the day. A very similar experience, just not enough in terms of frags, even. So they're not pulling out the frags. At least checkmate frag. So that's something that they've got to be proud about. That they have kill potential within them. It's just that some of the rotations across the map have been questionable at best.
definitely. And if you see at the bottom of the table, we have Royal Beast and Yakuza Seniors. And both these teams, I would say that they were unfortunate, dropping in locations which necessarily weren't hot drops, but they definitely found other teams out there and they made sure. I mean, didn't made sure, but unfortunately got taken down every time. 3 points is what they have, both these teams. And Vivek, I really want to notice something, right? TS United 48. I guess Poplu got himself those 13 points. I mean, all by himself, taking no help. I, I think he probably ensured that qualification for TS United.
Yeah, he had 3 kills to his name on Kalahari, and I think just surviving because TSG they tried to take control of Refinery very early on, and then they kind of had to, they were getting pushed, and there was some very comical moments on Kalahari, and even Jarvis just jumping off, and another team had, I think, RV KRM, who was trying to be very sneaky with the grapple gun, eventually went higher and higher and then fell. So that
Yeah.
doesn't quite work out as intended. It's UG Empire who are fan favorites for a reason, who have claimed both maps. They're looking really really strong. Day number 2, which is tomorrow, which we're going to see them again. Day number 2 of this bonanza is where we'll see them again, and I'm curious to see what they manage to bring to the table on day number 2 when they're going to be facing off versus teams like GZ Army and whatnot. For now, we have to turn our focus towards Group B, and it's once again going to be Bermuda. And Bermuda, hmm, I'm just curious to see if anybody really prioritizes going towards Sentosa, if they're going to play that slower pace of game, how many people contest Sentosa, and then who comes out on top towards Clock Tower and Bhimashakti Strip, because those are crucial parts of the map that people like to just jump into. Clock Tower has a good amount of loot, so we might see some early fights in that general south west of the map. So yeah,
Yeah.
Bermuda should be fun.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about the southern region, I guess what I've been noticing is that the circles generally has been preferring not the extreme south, but it has been kind of southern-ish to be very precise, and that actually places Clock Tower in a very good location. And once again, you're probably going to last till the center of the last circle if you have your rotations prioritized. Something else, if I have to talk about the first two games of Group A, I guess if you have to win matches, you need to get yourself some funky logo. And UG Empire, they did that, and they have the first two games. So, Vivek, once again, we are going to see the teams coming in from Group B. Like, do you have any big names that you would want to emphasis on?
I think the big names that you want to look out for here, and again, it's the brands. So one team that I was very impressed with when I watched them earlier was Mutants. I think they should be promising. Old School should also be an interesting team to watch out for. I'm curious to see what they bring to the table. I did manage to catch them in a previous tournament, and they were quite an interesting and fun team to watch. Mutants is also, they were a very aggressive team. They had the confidence to frag. So both these teams hopefully should be able to push forward. Now, Old School, I really don't know. They're a very hit and miss team. They could be the team that actually does manage to surprise everyone here. But these two teams are the teams that I'm going to keep my eyes peeled out for. I think Iconic is another team that we want to look at. This version, this iteration of Iconic could be the one that really takes them ahead in Free Fire and really helps them. Maybe helps India do good in the continentals in the future or whatnot if they can manage to sneak in a slot somehow.
Definitely, I guess that's a really outrageous prediction out there, right up there.
Prediction, yeah.
Iconic. Let's just hope for the best. But I'm expecting some dark horses from Group B. All right, teams who we are not really acquainted with, but then coming on and play a very good game. And that is something which I really want to see, because we have seen some amazing gameplay from Group A, and as much as I hate to say it, it has been kind of one we have expected UJ Empire and TS United to be at the top, and they were at the top, right? So there weren't really any such surprises. Amaterasu did play well. That aggressive gameplay which they brought to the table was certainly very good. I believe that some other team from Group B as well, apart from the teams that you have mentioned, because you have that experience of watching these teams over and over again. So let's just hope for the best, because these are open tournaments, right? You really want to see those young guns firing in all cylinders, and so that is the reason why I would really want to watch out for some dark horses from this particular group. Let's see how Bermuda plays out. Let's see how Kalahari plays out, and which are the second three teams who are going to qualify for tomorrow's finals.
Yeah, the dark horses are what you want to watch out for, because the dark horses take everyone by surprise. Now, the one team that I was really curious about are the Yakuza seniors, but इस गेम सीनियर सिटीजन लोग के लिए तो है ही नहीं, बट इस गेम में बहुत सारी खूब इंटरेस्टिंग चीज़ है, क्योंकि जो भी व्यूअर हो, whoever's tuning in, 310 diamonds being given away for 5 of you lucky viewers. So 310 diamonds for the viewers, 20,000 prize pool in total for this Free Fire Open for India, brought to you by One Play Esports. If you want to find out how to lay your hands on those diamonds, you should probably go to One Play Esports on Instagram. Maybe send them a direct message. Maybe at least follow them, like their page, and ask them, how do I get those diamonds? I think they're the best people that can give you answers. For me and for Salty, we're going to just see how Peak plays out for now. Old School is here, and I do recognize some familiar names, Ayush and King Amit, and it's Ayush instantly who's gonna just get the first couple of shots in, the first bullets fired. Vishwas having the presence of mind to just drop a glue wall and take some cover. Vishwas clearly not fully equipped. As you can see, he's just got no Kevlar, no helmet. He had one glue wall, he committed it, and this man needs loot.
Certainly, I mean, he needs loot, and I guess he was taken by surprise, because he probably did not expect that rush of spray coming in very early on in the match. Peak definitely is going to be a place where you can expect some gunfight. Apart from that, something really surprises me in Group B is the fact that these teams, they have really spread out each other throughout the complete map, so you never really see. I probably don't expect to see a hot drop fight going on in this particular group, and that is really commendable. I really want to see how long these teams can stay apart, away from each other, and then come back and play a strong game once they have all their weapons of choice. At the moment, I guess team number 10, they are still lying close towards team number 2, team DS, and team number 10. I guess this fight will certainly be interesting. OS, all right,
yeah.
OS,
old school,
but nonetheless,
Joby.
Yeah, old school, right? So nonetheless, I guess apart from that, I guess we are set for a bit of a passive start to the game. But apart from the, I guess if we ignore the fact, when we move on to the final stage of the game, it's probably going to be a frenzy of kills and an extravagant performance from a lot of different teams.
Yeah, Vishwas though just completely ditched and ran away from that fight. I mean, I don't know. I used to sing this thing in school. You're still studying, so I think you can tell me which song this is. Man mein hai Vishwas, pura hai Vishwas, कि हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. Name the song. Chat.
Name the song,
Team
and
OP.
here you can see once I guess we have to see this. We have to see this through. Most of the teams, they are just going to have their loot. Vishwas is still without a lot of things. And what is he
He
doing? What do you
is.
think? Like,
I have no idea, but
okay, he gets
they
an
are just crouching and they are waiting and they are scared as to what they need to do on the map. They have this zip line out of the building, so they're just trying to guard that zip line, maybe just loot as much as possible. Noob Gang has got clock tower, so this is interesting. So Noob Gang has all the time in the world to just loot away at clock tower, so that's a lot of loot for them. Now, if they can just stick together and play as a unit and find kills as the zones start to shrink, they should be pleased with themselves. There's also Ajit and the others in the vicinity, and team number 4, which is Iconic, is also nearby. UAV up in the air. Who's going to get scouted though? I want to look at that mini map, at the map rather. Who's going to
yeah,
get scouted
definitely,
out?
definitely. I would love to have a look at the big map, and there you go. You can see a central circle, if you would like to call that. And what I feel is that what is going to be your prediction? Like, what do you think? Is it going to shift towards the north? I kind of feel that it's going to shift towards the north, and a lot of teams who are at the southern region, probably at Clock Tower, they are
Yeah.
probably going to be caught off guard. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, usually we don't have circles in the water. I mean, that much is
Yeah.
acceptable. So we're not going to have a circle in the water. For now, we're going to have a lot of fighting with Vima Shakti Strip. Addiction.
Oh.
Done and dusted. KINGZ. They're losing a member without even realizing what the heck happened. There's that vehicle. It's pretty to look at. And Iconic, they're looking really good. KINGZ is bleeding out as well. This is not looking good at all for KINGZ and his Kings and his team. KINGZ. They've got multiple casualties. Iconic is going to light up the kill feed, and KINGZ, they're finished. Negi or Ronin Negi, just up there in that watchtower, will manage to finish off a kill, but he's got to be careful. There is Team OP in the vicinity, so it's not going to be that simple for Iconic. They've got to be careful.
Certainly, and what I felt was that Ronnie Negi, he was completely left unspotted, and that was really the reason why I guess he got those 2 free kills, I would like to call those. But right now, I guess slowly and steadily, the teams are going to approach each other. Here you can see the nice aerial shot giving us a very good view. I guess team number 10, they are probably in a sandwich situation. They will have to struggle. Abhay, he's taking in some red hot bullets, but how long is he going to survive? I don't really think it's going to be long. Yeah, there you go.
Abhay and Lee in the middle of nowhere with no cover to work with. Abhay has been done for. I don't think Lee is going to find too much success. He's going to hope that he somehow gets out of there. Team number 10 not having fun. Lee has been knocked. Lee is bleeding out. It's good old Vishwas and Ujjwal. And how much can they do? Not that much. They crouched in a building waiting for people to approach that zip line. It didn't pay dividends as they have Vishwas. Vishwas will manage to do a little bit of damage, but is that really enough for them? Viper with the UMP will manage to actually take care of Vishwas. So Vishwas done for, and Vishwas finished. So HH Headhunters are finding the heads they want.
I really felt that Vishwas probably had zero luck in this game from the first moment I saw him, and that was it. I guess he tried to go for the jump shot, but it wasn't really successful. And there you can see that team number 12 Headhunters, 2 kills for them, 1 amongst which is going to be Vishwas. And you can see team OP, they are really struggling with 1 man surviving. Team number 10, I don't really think it's going to be long, but here you can see team number 1 coming in from nowhere. Outlaws, they are being completely fragged out of the game at the moment. What are they doing? I guess this Molotov probably will do the trick. What do you think? I guess it's gonna do the trick.
Yeah, the nades are being tossed in. Those vehicles aren't good for much. It's just Jay all by himself. And Jay's trying his hardest to survive. Blue wall's being deployed. He needs to take the fight. Ayush is just constantly peppering him with bullets. Now, he's going to toss back a grenade, but Ayush, he's going to fall back for the time being. Ayush is okay. Ujjwal gets eliminated elsewhere. And Jay is still holding on for dear life. Jay trying his best to find some cover. Outlaws, well, they're missing a member and they're trying their hardest to hold on to the cover they have, but it's not going to be all that simple because there's another team approaching them. Old School have hard cover to work with. They're okay. Jay is in the middle of nowhere and he's getting shot in the bum and it hurts. Jay is bleeding. Jay is not going to have any friends. Poor old Jay. There's the aerial view. And there you go.
And
You can see Jay in the widest shot that you can imagine by a rock, dead.
uh, I mean, he was probably crying for help out there, like, guys, where are you? But there was nobody. And I guess that was wild. That was a wise move coming in from Outlast, because they probably thought that, I guess, Jay, he is as good as dead right now. Let's just dish him and let's just go
Yeah.
elsewhere. And that's something they did. And I guess they
Yep.
did put themselves to safety at the moment. And here you can see this is Gucci, if I pronounce the name right, and as well as Anshul. So these two players, they are safe at the moment, but how long will they be? That's the question. But once again, you can see the map teams are slowly coming close together. I can feel that the rotations are coming in very early at the moment. This is still the first circle, and teams have already started to rotate and they've started to engage. That was something which I didn't really feel would happen, because I saw that all the teams, they were so well separated. They were, very distant apart, and that was one of the reasons why I thought that this is going to be a passive game. This is going to last till the final circle. Let's just see what happens in the second circle. Where is it going to shift? Like, it's going to take probably a few moments before we get to see that. But wow,
There you go.
Wow.
Bang in the center.
wow.
Bang in the center of where everyone is. I mean, depends on what the center is for you, but it's dead center. So Old School have a decent enough position. They can just hold on to that structure and peak. Headhunters did get that kill. Now you got to remember that that one lad out by himself, Jay, that kill goes over to Headhunters. So mutants are moving into the circle. They've got factory. They should be okay, but you're going to see so much action take place towards Clock Tower. That's where you want to keep your eyes peeled. And even team number 11 and team number 3,
Yeah.
did you see Gucci? Did you see the rotation they're making? They're actually wrapping around the circle fully. Gucci and the others are actually just going to swing outside the circle and try and cut in from the northwest. So that's an interesting call coming out from them.
Definitely, I guess it's not something which is very new. Like, we have seen water rotation as well, because like, apart from Free Fire, I guess in other battle royales we see people take water rotations completely. So that's something which is not new, but how effective it's going to be, that's probably only time will tell how effective it's going to be. Like, if I once again look at the map, then we got to see that there are no pockets of space anywhere. Like, players have to move out to actually create those pockets of space. Apart from that, I guess each and every compound, it will probably be 90% occupied. That is one of the reasons why I feel that this circle is probably going to be a frag fest. We might see a lot of kills coming in from this particular circle itself. It's only a matter of time, I guess, before these teams, have to, move on from their positions, move on from where they are, and just have to barge into the next compound. Because this particular circle is going to close in very soon. It's not really going to be very long. But as of now, the teams, they are still once again holding back. They are avoiding the fights. And this is probably what you would call as old school battle royale.
Yeah. Old School, well, they are not looking too shabby. I mean, they've got themselves a compound, but they've got headhunters that they have to get past. They're holding on to peak. They're trying their best. Outlaws with that very interesting rotation, because they're playing for placement, right? They don't want to move into the center of the circle. They're playing the periphery, the very northern edge of that circle, but the circle is moving closer and closer to the center, and we're going to see one of the first couple of fights pick out between team number 11 and team number 8. Hagu Gamer, just trying to make that VSS work for him, has actually suffered a little bit of damage, but he's going to heal up, and he's going to...
Yeah, I mean, pretty interesting name, Hago Gamer. Like, have you seen a name like that, Hago Gamer? I mean, this is really fun, man. But nonetheless, he falls back. He definitely puts himself to safety, prioritizing his life before his hug, before his name, nonetheless. But right now, I really feel that Outlaws, they have a lot to do. Old School, they have a lot to do as well. Some teams have kills. Iconic to have kills. They can just hold their position. Hago Gamer once again on your screen. Lovely name, lovely player. Let's see how many kills can he get himself. But this is going to last long. What do you think? Like, I expected this particular zone to kind of give some kills. Right now, players are still yet to start the rotation. We can see that the circle is closed in, but a lot of teams still outside the circle at the moment. So the rotation, once the rotation kicks in, that's what I'm talking about. Once the rotation kicks in from outside the circle, I guess a lot of players might get taken down. There you go. And there you go. Bang on target, on the head.
Yeah, Dob is bleeding out. The kill feed is starting to light up. Headhunters there, suffering casualties as well, but they're being rezzed bit by bit. Valkyrius as well as Memungda just trying to get back on their feet. Valkyrius is okay, but Memungda is now okay. So they're back up. Headhunters, they have members, but you got to remember that those Kevlars, those helmets, they're being depleted. Asim doesn't have a helmet to work with, and he's got to try and scope and find a little bit of magic somewhere. He's got a couple of glue walls. He's got a friend. This is getting harder and harder. Vicky just has these headhunters pinned. Valkyrie, I don't know how many more times he can stand up. Blue walls being deployed. Friends will help friends. But how much and how much should they really bleed for each other is the question. Valkyrie, well, he's missing his friend. Viper's bleeding out as well. It's just Asim all by himself. Asim has the shotgun. He's trying to play close range. He's firing away. He's not getting too much. And Viper and Valkyrie bleeding out. Asim in this maze of glue walls will be done. The headhunters have been hunted. They've been done for Nightmare. Have lit up the kill feed and they're topping. Absolutely, they've got the highest number of kills right now. So you mentioned dark horses, Akash. Maybe this is the dark horse we need to watch out for.
Definitely. Right now, I mean, that rush was perfect. They played the circle well. They knew that the circle is coming in. They had to rush in. They saw that the opposition team, they were really pinned down. Headhunters, they had to go. I mean, players in Freefire rotate a lot. I've seen a lot of rotational motion between these players. And right now, you can see the Valley region. Once again, a lot of kills coming in. Team number 9, I guess, engaging. Who is it? I guess it is Angry, who is probably taking them on with the VSS. Or is it team number 8? I feel that Raven is really counting those shots. Deadshot does get out a rhythm, and this is once again old school. Will they manage to move out of this particular location? It really feels to be that they're pinned down completely from all angles.
Yeah, it's looking rough. I mean, Nightmare don't have much cover as well. They've got kills, but they're trying to, do their best to just deal with Old School. Old School have Alex bleeding. Nades being tossed in. Alex, that kill will not be secured. They're starting to tunnel vision a little bit on this fight, and yeah, it's them finally getting that kill that they were looking for. Nightmare are pushing bit by bit. Old School, do they really want to take this fight? Is this it for them? Are they out this early on? It's got to be disappointing for them. Ayush and King Amit, 2 members alive. The zone is starting to move in. Ayush just trying his luck, not finding any significant knocks, but finally he will do a little bit of damage, but he's going to get knocked in return. So Ayush is bleeding out. King Amit is trying to move in. A little bit of effective HP to work with, but King Amit dealt with. Elsewhere, the grenade launcher being put to use. Now, I did see that Gurukrat did have a grenade launcher. The Mutants are the other team that we want to watch out for. Because Gurukrat, I know what that man is capable of. I really want to see how much work he manages to do with that grenade launcher as the zone shrink more and more. And there's that zone. This might just be the last zone of Bermuda in Group B.
Certainly.
How many teams make it out?
And a lot of teams have actually been left out. Team number 11 being one of the most prominent contenders for this Booyah out here. I guess they have been left out, and that actually changes the match completely, overturns it. Another team gets taken out, and that's going to be Raven Esports. A beautiful aerial shot we can see. 4 teams are still alive. 1 for Outlaws, and he will get taken down. Kunal Jr. is the one who actually get that kill, and that makes it a 4v4v3 action. Anything can happen, but if you talk about the circle, it is going to be team number 4 who are probably going to edge inside, but nonetheless, I guess each and every team, they have an option. This is gonna be Mihu, and he takes another player down. Pratham has been taken out. Shubham takes down another guy as well. One by one, there is going to be a trade of kills, glue walls coming in, but ultimately he's gonna get knocked out. This is probably more about the zone than about the opponents. And I guess Hagu Gamer, he's certainly not a Hagu Gamer. He's picking off kills one by one, and as you can see, both the teams, they're still relying on the sniper rifles picking off kills. Kunal Jr., I guess probably he's knocked out. I'm not really sure if he is going to come back on his feet at the moment. 3v2 action. What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. It seems as if today is Hagu Gamer's day to shine. I mean, Pratham is tossing in grenades. He's not finding too much with that grenade launcher, but Team Chaos, they say enough is enough. They're going to push in. They're going to challenge Iconic. It's a 2v2. It was a 2v2. I believe Angry is bleeding out to the zone. So first Angry will be dealt with. I think this is it for Iconics.
Yeah.
It's just one man, Ronnie Nagy. They know exactly where he is, and Ronnie Nagy is pushing. He's going to hug a glue wall. He's going to try his best, but this is not the weapon you want in the final zone. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much with it. He hasn't got any frag grenades to work with. He wants a shotgun at close range.
Oh my
Can he
God.
find Pratham? Can he try? Can he try and bring down Pratham? But it's not going to be that
gonna be
simple.
Nicky.
Oh
He's the
no,
one.
he tried. He tried. He really did
He
his
did try.
best. But
He
Ronnie
took down
Nagy,
one guy, but it was Hago Gamer ultimately. Like, oh my God, it was insane. It was an absolute insane fight. Like 1v2 out there. He took down one guy. It was brilliant with a shotgun. But then comes none other than my personal favorite, Hago Gamer. And I guess we were talking about dark horses, right? We were talking about Nightmare. There comes Team Chaos out of nowhere. 11 kills, 42 points. Like, what?
yeah.
Insane.
I think I at least called out two teams that we should look out for. So the Mutants and Iconic, they've done their bit, but they're going to be a bit surprised by Team Chaos and Hago Gamer, whoever this man is, whatever his name is. I think he can change his name now. I think there's no need to really attach anything like that to your name anymore. कुछ हगे ने आपने कैरी किया, प्लीज ऐसा नाम मत रखना, कुछ भी नाम रख दो यार. बट कुछ कोई हगा नहीं, सच में.
Certainly, I mean, certainly 5 kills and getting the victory for your team is like more than what a player can do. And Team Chaos, I mean, congratulations. I have never really seen a team barge onto the 40s. 42 points for Team Chaos. That's like outrageous, outshining both Iconic and Mutants right out there. It was a really, really good game. I thought that it was a really close game in the final stage, but Ronnie Nagy had to do a 1v2. He did try a lot, but ultimately he was to fall. And once again, I mean, where is Nightmares? Like, they were really playing well, but then suddenly, I guess it was the zone, completely vanquished them.
Yeah. Do you think that there's going to be anyone that's going to be able to challenge these teams? I don't know. Maybe old school, because I've seen this team in the past. I don't know if they can step up. I think the Mutants played this perfectly. Gurkirath, or Gurikrat, whatever you want to call him. He had the grenade launcher, but I feel that he was so close to clutching it out for the Mutants. The zone was a little bit unkind to them. I was really impressed by Arslan is a player that I have watched in the past, and I think they're really showing up today. Arslan, Hago Gamer, and the others. So good stuff coming out from them. It's only map number 1 and map number 2 is where a lot of stuff is going to be decided. It's going to be Refinery. I know what Gurikrat can do with a sniper rifle if you give it in his hand. I know what he can do without one as well. So we're going to be really, really looking forward to map number 2. Excuse me. Map number 2 of Group B. Did I say map number 3? Map number 2 of Group B. Yeah. So I think Kalahari is going to be that map where we, again look at dark horses, and who is going to be the dark horse? Seems to be Hago Gamer. I don't know. I don't think there's another dark horse to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. And we will definitely see more dark horses. I feel that there are more contenders in this particular group apart from the 3 that we are seeing right up here. But everything is going to come to you after a very short break. As me, Salty, and Vivek, we are going to come very shortly after a very short break. Was it a lot of shots? I guess it's going to be a bit longer than as many shots as I described. But nonetheless, you guys understand, right?
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribbo. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribbo. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribbo. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult for them to get in the zone.
Just like that, Anonymous, he ends up going down as well. And it's going to be a Booyah.
The entrances are being blocked by blue walls so that they can isolate and exterminate, but Pawan with a double kill.
His life here, he makes it out, gets knocked down, gets taken down. Well, look at that, absolute relentless aggression. Glue walls going down. Fencing is going to end up dropping. Does he finish him off though? Yes, he does. They're going to be losing some of their members here unless Rocky has something to say about it. He's actually able to shut them all down.
Yeah, Team Silently Loud is in a lot of trouble now. And that nade, oh my god, that was brutal. Takes down 2 players and he doesn't stop. He wants to bombard them with shrapnel. That's going to be the end of them.
But they're not able to do much. They're not able to find these kills. Carbon Esports are closing in. They're surrounding him. And the zone is going to finish off Ribbo. Carbon Esports, they're going to find the Booyah Crips.
Guess what? Blue walls are breakable. They're not permanent cover. It's going to be really difficult.
So hey guys, welcome back to Freefire Open India once again, presented to you by One Play Esports. This is me, Salty, up here, and once again along with me we have none other than V, who is Wake. And right now at the moment we will be looking towards the standings of the first game of Group B. We already know who the winners are, but there you can see, there you go, Vivek. What do you think? Any special teams you want to call out? Because Team Chaos, Iconic Nightmare, I guess it's usual for them to be at the top.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting more from Muntins or Mutants, however you want to say it. I think they were expecting more from themselves. I know that they're a very talented team. Team Chaos, I believe that's Tech KK and the others. Now, I can't confirm, but this team was around in the Freefire India Championship and they were a very promising team. Of course, now everybody likes to keep changing their name. But you know, some things aren't going to change. One Play Esports, 310 diamonds being given out to 5 lucky viewers. So if you are one of those lucky viewers, if you want to lay your hands on those diamonds, you probably need to go to One Play Esports on their socials. They're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. If they're on YouTube, do subscribe so that you get a notification every time they go live. Hit the bell icon. There's a small bell icon so that you get a notification every time One Play Esports is live, and every time you want to lay claim to these diamonds, you can go ask them. If you are a supporter of these teams and you're curious to find out what these teams are fighting it out for, they're fighting it out for 20,000 Indian rupees. I don't know.
That's a lot. And
what was the one thing you wanted to buy in the last online Diwali sale that we had for 20,000?
Trust me,
rupees?
like.
Bol de, Akash.
I mean, like, if you ask me, I have really been craving something a lot, and that is a curved monitor, 21 inches, 144 hertz, 20,000 rupees, I guess. Give me, yaar. De do. One play esports. Come on.
21 inches, 144 hertz. Hmm.
Yeah, discount
Okay.
में मिल रहा था. It was around like 15 to 17K.
Yeah.
LG का Ultra Gear or something it was.
Yeah.
But
I think
but
that's a worthwhile buy. I think if you have a phone, you can even trade in one of your older phones and just get a new phone so that you can play Free Fire. I personally, because I'm a little old school, and because my fingers are so fat, I actually
yeah.
play on bigger devices like an iPad.
Mhm.
That's easier for me
Yeah.
because I
Mhm.
don't know, वो skill नहीं है यार, मेरी उंगली में वो skill नहीं है. तो मोबाइल पे खेलना मतलब कुछ अलग ही स्किल लगता है. आई कैन प्ले सम अदर
Uh,
गेम्स ऑन मोबाइल, बट हर एक गेम मोबाइल पे खेलना इतना आसान नहीं होता है. बट यू गाइस could buy a mobile.
I mean, definitely, I would buy my good mobile, but nonetheless, I guess I would probably I'll probably take those 310 diamonds if I was offered to. Nonetheless, we will be moving on to the next game. I guess it's going to be
but
Kalahari, if I'm
but you
not
know what's
very
the
wrong.
best part, Akash? We can
Yeah,
jump
yeah,
into the
sure.
map. If you're tuning in, you can sign up, you can win cash, or you can win diamonds, and both are forever. Diamonds are to forever. That much I'm not questioning. Diamonds are forever. And yeah, you can buy yourself something in the next sale. We're going to be jumping into our final map of the day. There you go, Akash. There it is. The one, the
It
only,
is,
the
and
beautiful, the sandy, the dusty refinery
and
and Kalahari.
yes, it is Kalahari. I mean, I was really waiting for these teams to meet at Kalahari because Bermuda once again was the basic map. It is the map where everyone started playing Free Fire, and a lot of the good teams played well as usual. Kalahari will probably give a different opportunity to the ones who haven't really done well before. As you really mentioned after the end of the first game, will there be any team who is going to challenge these guys for the top three spot and for a spot in the finals? It's going to be tough, as I expect it's going to be tough. But right now we can see already the gun is just blazing at the moment. Team number 4, I guess it's going to be Shubham, Aladdin. They are just blazing with kills, and at the moment I guess it's Iconic who has spotted a few of those players. I'm not really sure whom are they fighting at, but as of now, I can see the scoreboard. Old School, one of your favorite teams, I would say. They are a man short, and what do you have to say about that?
I mean, they have a lot of catching up to do if they want to move on to day 2, and they're going to have to do it with
Exactly.
one man less. It's going to be hard. I've seen Ayush do a lot of work in the past along with King Amit. I don't know if 3 members on refinery is really enough, because you can get flanked from so many parts of the map. But just as we start to question Old School, Alex will manage to find one knock. They're getting pushed actually. Ayush has got himself the Scar L to work with, and Ayush, he's taken matters into his own hand. He wants to push this compound, he wants to find those kills, but it's not going to be that simple. Angry is bleeding out. Ironically, he did do a
Oh,
lot in the past. It's actually Simmer who's going to get credit for that kill. So Angry done for. It's now a 3v3 in essence, and Ayush is starting to push into this building. But this building has, well, it's been left for. Old School, in fact, they're not going to find too much. Ayush doesn't find too much. Elsewhere, he's going to lose Simmer. But Simmer will manage to find the kill before bleeding out. So not too shabby. Old School down to 2 members. You asked if they can do it with 3. I think it's harder with 2, because this map, you need to watch so many angles. It looks like it's
yep.
going to be really, really rough for Old School, but at least they've got 2 kills so far.
Definitely, and once again, it was kind of a love triangle going on in Bayfront region because we saw 3 teams coming together. Mutants probably got the better of Simmer, if I'm not very wrong. Yes, this is team number 6. Is this? It is team number 6, right? I guess it is Team OP. So yeah, it is Team OP, and they were the ones who actually got the better of Simmer, I believe. Old School is still sticking to this particular compound they have. Very wisely enough, team number 4, that is Iconic, they move away. They fall back on their feet, and yes, they are moving away from the fight. Team number 6 as well, they're moving away from the fight, but elsewhere we are getting a lot of frags coming in, and one
Oh,
being Gurkirat. I mean, you have been all praises about this particular player, and I guess he's been delivering ever since.
yeah. Yeah, so the mutants, they have the mutants or the mutants, whatever they're calling themselves now. I've seen Shahid and Gurukrat and how much they can do in the past, and they've really stepped up. They have this strong bond of friendship amongst them. They have no fear as to who needs to take initiative on the map. That's probably the most impressive characteristic. And we're just looking at the damage numbers. I'd actually like to look at that as the circles start to close. For now, though, they're just going to secure that kill. So Gurukrat does manage to get that kill. As you can see, rock climbing is not for everybody, and all rocks
Yeah,
can't be climbed. Hagu Gamer,
yeah,
our dark horse, Team Chaos, if that's what you want to call them, they're going to find
yeah.
success elsewhere on the map. So far, it's a good start, and the mutants are trying to tell us that they're a team that should be respected as we move into day 2, which will be tomorrow. For now, Team Chaos, they're also looking quite strong, Akash.
Yes, certainly. And as you can see, Arsalan rather, he has probably knocked on one guy from this particular team. That's, I guess, is it old school or is it Outlaws? It is Outlaws. And one
Yep.
guy is knocked out. There is going to be a lot of fragfest going on between Anshul as well as Pratham. I guess these two boys from both the teams, they are going to, battle it out each other for the control of the compounds. But nonetheless, I guess both of them are in a safe position. A few grenades might just change up things. Anshul getting a clear side of this particular play. He misses those shots completely, but it's going to be a complete rush coming in. Will he get the knock? He does get the knock. He does clear out Pratham at the moment, and I guess the second player comes in as well. Anshul gets traded down. Brilliant stuff coming in from team number one, and I guess when this game coming, the grapple gun, if I'm not very wrong, Hagu Gamer just completely wiping down the team, and there you can see Outlaws leave us with one kill, and I guess that's the end of their journey for this particular tournament.
Triple kill.
Yeah, Jay just trying to be too smart there. I mean, in Maharashtra at least, there's this phrase "shana" and "ded shana." Ded means well, 1.5. in हमारी मुंबई की जो बोलचाल वाली हिंदी है उसमें 1.5 शाना करके एक जो भी it's a very Mumbaikar thing to do, but yeah, Nightmare. Steams are just getting shut down. Jay, bye bye. Nightmare, bye bye. I think that's the end of the road for them. And I think it's again going to be a tie between Mutants, Chaos, and Iconic. Iconic still in the server. They've been very, very quiet. But yeah, it's Chaos, Mutants, and Iconic that are looking really strong. KINGZ got, I don't know what they're hoping to do, just holding on to that watch post. But there you go. Ronin Negi, he's been quite reliable for his team in the past. And I think he can do that again for Iconic. Unfortunately, Angry is just a spectator. So the best he can do is, just call for the team. Keep them cool. Make sure that they don't make any hasty decisions. They've got a good part of the map. They're holding on to Refinery at this stage in the game. They just need to make sure that they hold it together in pairs. Whatever pairs you can form
of
out three.
Itself. Yeah, the entire circle, it kind of covers most of the teams. Like team number 9 is the only team that actually needs to do some movement at the moment. But apart from that, I guess everyone is good. But if you were talking about Iconic, and yes, I really feel that this team has a big brain behind them running. And that is one of the reasons why I kind of felt that they fell back from that particular fight when things were not really going right. And that is one of the, that is probably one of the toughest things to do, because so many teams, they just don't do that. They fall in a fight, they overcome it, and they lose players, and that is something which you don't really want to do. Once again, this is team number 6. I believe it's team OP, and they are taking in shots, but they are going to be safe for now. Once again, we have some of the teams surrounding here and there, but as of now, they are in the danger zone. They need to move out. I guess 3 teams inside the danger zone. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, these 3 teams, they're going to have their own story to play out. You mentioned dark horses. There's one dark horse on this server that we've kind of forgotten about, and that's Headhunters. They got themselves a lot of kills. They could be the team that really makes everything look really awkward for Team Chaos. I think we could see Team Chaos or even the Mutants, if the Mutants don't get as much as they can in terms of kills or even placement, they could be eliminated here in this second map of Group B. So the Mutants have got to respect Headhunters, because the Headhunters did get a fair amount of kills. They did struggle, but they did get a fair amount of kills on our previous map, which is Bermuda.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just headhunters. I mean, there were a lot of teams who I thought that they could actually compete for the top three. One being Nightmare. I really thought that this particular team had that gunplay, had that gun power to actually lead them to the top. But unfortunately, in this map, they go down without any points, and that is really unfortunate. I guess we lose one of the contenders. We have Noob Gang. I don't really think this team is going to participate in a lot of fights. They are going to play for the positions, and they have been doing so really well. 0 kills as of now, but all the players standing. But there you go, a lot of teams coming together. I guess this is going to be an extravagant fight between how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 teams right now at the moment.
Oh yeah, this is so awkward. I mean, Refinery is just gonna have blood and oil everywhere. The oil hasn't spilled just yet, but blood is going to spill soon enough. Headhunters,
Yeah.
they are struggling a
Oh.
little bit, but they have managed to disengage. Our man, Hagu Gamer, victim of a shotgun, has been eliminated. Bye-bye, Hagu Gamer.
Wow.
You are MVP on Bermuda, but you're going to have to sit out on Kalahari and just watch from the sidelines. The mutants, there's still 4 members alive, so they're playing the long game. They're playing for placement. The real question is, can they outdo Headhunters for now, though?
Certainly, I mean, they are not really overcommitting. That is one of the good signs. They have the high rate. That is another good sign for this particular team. But Headhunters, they have what it takes. They have the caliber. They might just rush in. But by the looks of it, they don't. And Viper is in such a good position. Okay, so Viper is beating down. Yes, he has been taken down. He was in such a good position. He could have got some kills for his team. But nonetheless, this is going to be team number 5. That's Team Mutants, who will get their 4th kill. And we are still in for a lot of fight. There are still 10 teams who are in this particular game right now. 32 players are still on their feet. So there's a lot of fight that is left. But Refinery, as usual, there's probably going to be a lot of bloodshed here.
Mm-hmm. Refinery is going to be a very interesting affair between Headhunters as well as our boys on the Mutants, and there's Ronnie Nagy. Also,
Wow.
Ronnie Nagy just lurking about,
Yeah.
being a nuisance. He's trying to just climb uphill and try and get a flank. So it's going to boil down to who controls the high ground and who falls prey to the flank. And this is why I said Refinery, it's important that you have your numbers. Now, speaking of numbers, the Mutants have suffered a knock. And it's a real back and forth affair between Headhunters and the Mutants. And this is what we want to focus on. KINGZ DV is actually just going to grapple up to the high ground. He's got a little bit of additional information to work with. But elsewhere, he's losing teammates. Honey is bleeding out. Noob Gang, they're missing Sakir. Sakir is done for. And now just 3 of them. Anonymous with the shotgun at close range is managing to find a little bit of success. That's 1 kill for Anonymous. 2 kills in total for Noob Gang. But 1 grenade to undo them all. KINGZ DV from outside the house. Not even stepping in. Now he steps in for the finish, for the style point. But he sees 1 too many glue walls, misses 1 too many bullets, bumps into a bed, and there, he's dead. KINGZ DV, goodbye. It was stylish while it lasted, but there you go. KINGZ DV did his best with the grenades, but I think that's the end of the road for him. Noob Gang have still got 2 members up on their feet.
I mean, we saw that Team KINGZ got as well as Team number 9, that's Team Noob Gang. Both of them were flirting with each other for quite a while. And then KINGZ, I guess KINGZ DV, he got that aerial view for himself. He utilized that information to put up that very crucial grenade. But then I don't really know what happened. He was put to sleep. He stumbled upon a bed, and then he was done for by the Punisher. And I mean, that was an awkward moment, right? I really felt that was a very awkward way to die. What do you think? Like stumbling upon a bed when you were in a battleground and then being taken down by the Punisher?
काफी apt था, if you think about it. He said in the bed, so good for him.
Yeah.
So ja beta. But yeah, the rest of the big boys can play now, and there you go. Old School is still in somehow, and yeah, just look at that. Goku Fime and all trying to hold on to that mountain. I don't think that's really going to succeed. Rory Negi is just being that nuisance of a lurk. He's got to actually make his way somewhere. Now, Gurukrath is still doing work. He's found a little bit of success. He's found a small bit of damage. Team Chaos, they're working without Hagu Gamer, but they've got Arslan and Kunal. Hagu Gamer did get 3 kills, so he did do his bit. Chaos can just play for survival. I think they're more or less secured their way into day number 2, which is tomorrow. If these two players, if Arslan and Kunal can just survive as long as possible, they're going to be fine. Chelsea on the roof is trying his best. Tough, right? It's tough. It's tough. Look at this. Kunal, he look at the wall. He look right back. Flick, shoot, kill. Kunal doing his best, but he's missing Arsalan. So Team Chaos, I really don't think you should be reviving Arsalan. I think Kunal just being sneaky from this wall is doing his bit.
Double kill.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he did get 2 very important kills. I guess Team Chaos, they are still pushing forth at the moment, but I don't really think they're really going to make it to the top 3 in this particular game, but at least certain I'm really sure that this particular team is going to the finals. Nonetheless, something which I really like about Kalahari is the fact that it has so much of aerial play in it. And you were talking about awkward deaths. I guess this is Team Mutants who find themselves in such awkward position because they need to come down from this such high position. Once again, shots being taken. I'm not really sure if these are the wisest of shots because there you go, you give away your position and that's how you die. This is unfortunate for Mutants, and I guess they did get taken down completely. 3 teams battled it out, 3v2v2 action. This certainly is going to be a climax finale.
Yeah, this is it now. Raven, they've got 2 members alive. It is a 3v2v2. The people, the folks who have 3 are, well, bit by bit losing numbers. Old School just has Alex on the server. Alex doesn't even have a helmet to work with. He's got 1 glue wall and he doesn't want to fire away any shots. I think it's going to be interesting to see who makes it into Group B. I think the Mutants might have just done enough for themselves. They did get a fair amount of kills, but Old School, they're playing for placement and they have 5 kills. If Alex can get 1 more, it would be huge for Old School, but no, Alex has been undone. It's just Team OP and Riven Esports on the server. Deadshot trying his best with his P90, wants to push in, but no, they can't do it. TL, they've done it. Team OP have done more than enough to clinch that booyah, but is it enough to move on to day 2? I'm not sure, Akash.
I'm not sure as well because I don't really think their performance in the first game was something which was out of the extraordinary. Raven Esports, Old School, they probably have to bow out, but Team OP, they still have a chance. Like, at this point, I just want to see the standings. At this point, I just want to see the final standings of the day. And yes, apart from everything else, I guess if you talk about this particular game, Team OP did justice. Like Vishwas and Lee, they were still hanging around, but most of the kills, they were being, spread out by Abhay and Ujjwal. A lot of damage being dealt by these 2 players. 5 kills for Abhay. I guess he'll be the MVP of the match automatically. Raven Esports did do their job getting to the 2nd position and 4 kills, but unfortunately, this team wouldn't probably get to tomorrow. And talking about, I guess, Mutants, I still feel that they are on their
They've done enough.
They are probably
They've done
exactly.
enough.
They are probably cruising to tomorrow. And apart from that, I guess if there's another team, it's gonna be Team Chaos.
Yeah. So Chaos, Mutants.
What do you think?
Your math is better than mine.
40 points in the first game. Like, they should be 1 foot into the finals.
I'm pretty sure that Mutants have made it. I think Chaos have also done their bit. I think they did get a fair amount of kills. So it's going to be interesting to see who actually makes it forward. And you got a bunch of teams invited already tomorrow. So I think we've got some of the more well-known teams from the Freefire India Championship that are facing off. I think one of my favorite teams is GZ Army. I'm very curious about this team because they have this very very intellectual way of approaching the game. And Gaudru, who would like to call himself the IGL of that team is one player to watch out for. So let's see if GZ Army can really hold on. But the question is, who is challenging them tomorrow, Akash? That is the real question. And the moment we know, I'll be happy to let chat know.
Certainly, yeah. I mean, definitely. I really want to talk about the invited teams. I mean, not talk, at least just name them for now. We have GC Army, we have Total Gaming, one of the biggest names, definitely. Winners of India series. We have Crust Esports, we have XTC Esports. I've heard about these two teams a lot, like a lot. We have Optimum Esports as well as Uncultured. So a lot
Optimum.
of good teams.
Yeah.
Certainly, certainly. And definitely, I would love to look at the standings, like, who is going to be challenging the invited teams. There you go. There you go.
So Chaos, Mutant, and Raven. I
Ooh.
think all like among,
Wait.
if you had to divide
Yeah.
100 into three, I think we did our bit like in predicting all, the top three. I don't think there were any
I,
surprises here. I think Iconic are going to be disappointed though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I thought Iconic was going to be there. I did not expect Raven Esports, so I kind of ruled them out, to be honest. I thought that they are probably nowhere, but then Raven Esports suddenly climbing back. I don't really remember how much points they actually collected in the first game, but they got around how much? 25 points in the second game, and there you can see they are at 49, sitting comfortably in the third position. Chaos at 68, Mutants at 52. These are the three teams who qualify. Feeling very sad for Team OP, feeling very sad for both Old School as well as Nightmare. Outlaws once again bow down. A lot of good teams in the mid table. Like, we were talking about these teams a lot, but unfortunately they don't make it.
Yeah, it's going to be a bittersweet end for some of these teams, especially Iconic.
Yeah. Exactly, exactly.
They
And if we talk about the maps right up front, like we have Group A and Group B, map 1 and 2 for Group A. It was complete domination coming in from UG Empire. Moving on to Group B, we saw Team Chaos and Team OP do their part, but Team OP, they just don't qualify.
um Yeah, Team OP. They. I think team. I don't know. It's a very weird journey for some of these teams. I think Mutants, Chaos, and they've really shown us that they know how to play this game, especially Mutants.
Exactly.
Map number one wasn't so impressive, but Gurukrat really stepping up along with the rest of his teammates, Shahid and both Gurukrat have done a phenomenal job. Uh, I'm very curious to move into day number two, which is tomorrow, Akash. I think before we move into
Yep.
day number two, I just have a couple of shout outs. Shout out to all of you in chat. I think Aparo, Neely, we've definitely been listening to you, and the admins are definitely going to try and incorporate all your requests. Likewise for Ankan and all of you showing up and chiming in. Shout out to One Play Esports. And yeah, if you've been enjoying the broadcast, you know where to find Akash _saltxy. I'm at the rate official Vivek. You can find me on Facebook by just typing BWWAK. I'm on Twitter as well. So yeah, Akash, are you on any other platforms by the name saltxy _saltxy? Do you do the
Not
Twitter?
really.
Do you do
Like,
the Facebook?
no, no, no. I'm actually some of the guys from the younger generation who only has confined himself to Instagram. Like, not that tech savvy, not that social savvy, but yeah, on screen I can speak a lot. I guess I can speak for hours. So yeah, if you want Salty to be present on your socials, Instagram is your place. If you want Akash, you can probably hop onto Facebook, but not the Twitter. I guess let's save it up for later right now.
Okay. Okay, that's it for now. See you tomorrow with more action from day number two of the Free Fire Open, brought to you by One Play Esports.